Last time I was at the shop, I didn't really film anything. We weren't doing anything too special. I was just helping out Frank a little bit in his motor, and I was just working on this back here a little bit. You can see that I did add a bunch of Bondo, and I did start leveling a lot of it. I'm most likely gonna be working exclusively on the back of that car today, but just for those of you who are interested, you didn't see the blue car in that side. We did move it in here, and then we have the Bugatti over here. You can see that it's quite packed on this side, and pretty much other than moving the cars around and everything, Frank did kind of mock up a lot of this stuff in here. We did get the trans and the motor actually mounted in there before it was just set in there on the motor mounts. Moving on, I'm just going to keep working on this back here. I'm probably going to take this air file and just sit here for an hour or so and try and get as level as possible. I did add about as much Bondo as I need to get the general shape. And I just hope that we can try and get this side as close as that side is today, because this backside really is taking quite a long time. So I sanded down this a little bit. I do have to put a little bit more filler in this low spot, so I'm gonna do that now. And then Chris and Frank are here, so I'm gonna help Chris get his trans in because apparently he needs help because that thing's taking forever. Anyway, so I'm gonna fill this in and then I'm gonna go help him out. So we got all the bolts in his trans and the bell housing to the motor.
You want to show them the extension?
Huh?
Want to show them the extension?
Oh yeah, this is what we had to do to get all the way to him. And we are torquing them down. That's our torque wrench right there. How many extensions is that?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hey, if that's what we need to do to get it done, I mean, that's what it's gonna take. Anyway, so hopefully we'll be finishing up this. And then what are you gonna do about the exhaust? Are you gonna have Frank weld it up for you?
Probably Frank, honestly, to get it done, get it going again.
Yeah. Or obviously just get the pipe.
Once I blow.
You could have just used the pipe from the Vic.
What?
From the Vic.
What size?
Oh, to be exact. It's whatever size this is.
Really?
Yeah. Did you toss it already?
Yeah, but it's not scrapped yet. It's just in the back of the truck. All right, well, Chris, you gotta let me know soon because he'll be tossing it out.
Okay.
we're just about wrapping it up today, and I got my daily goal done. Like I said, I wanted to get this side basically to the same point as that side, and it's pretty damn close. You can see that this is super clean right here. I'm really hoping that this isn't going to take too much longer. I'd say this probably needs a couple days more work. I'm going to have to do the same exact thing whenever I was working on the bumper, where I'm going to do the 50% overlap with the airfoil, and I'm going to do a bunch of guide coats and make sure that this all looks good. And then I'm probably going to have to do some work by hand to try and get this perfect all the way across there, because it does have a little bit of just inconsistency all the way across there. So I'm going to try and get that absolutely perfect. You can see that this gap is a little too tight, but here in the corner, if I get the dust out of there, no, I don't know what's going on, but the gap in there is actually really clean, and same with the other side. So this is definitely coming along. I'd say this area is all real nice and clean, but I'd say again, we're gonna have to go over this whole thing and block the crap out of it for a day. And over here, I have been working on this. I got a couple layers inside here. We did have to cut some out because I took this so much further down than I thought I would, and that's just because when you guys commented in the last videos, yes, this side is not entirely identical to the other one, and we're trying to get it as close as possible. I don't know how close we're going to be able to get it, but obviously I want it to be as close as possible. And then now to the biggest project here.
Who will be done first? Or the Mozo car. Stay tuned.
Anyways, we're mounting up the cross member for the trans right now. We're on the home stretch of this project. After this is done, pretty much the next biggest step is going to be welding the exhaust back together, because they decided to cut it instead of just undoing it properly, which, you know, not what I would have done, but whatever. Anyways, this is pretty close to being done. Hopefully next time we're here, we can get this thing done and get this thing out of here, because I am going to be bringing some of the other cars here pretty soon.